everything was just ridiculously overpriced. It was insane. Everything. Hey everyone, it's Laura here. Welcome back to my channel. Today we have another day of thrifting today, and I am excited to say that one, it is a new thrift store. I haven't been to the Salvation Army in probably a few years, and the only time I went was once. So it's a bit of a toss-up, if you will. Worst case scenario, you can always go to the Village discount in Roscoe Village, because I know that one I was excited to go to because I remember it being very big, and I remember seeing some cool stuff there. So hopefully that's still the case. And then it's also a beautiful day out today. I am super happy about that. I will see you there without further ado. All right, we're here at the Village discount in Roscoe Village. And I know I said I was going to go to the Salvation Army, but that's a story I will save for later. I thought this might have been Beatrix Potter, and I got really excited. But I don't think it is. There's also this little guy right here, which is like a little like squishy. I might get him. Then I was like eyeing. That's that's something right there. There's also this, which I think is supposed to be a duck, but doesn't really look like a duck. Also, the music's really loud, so I'm hoping I'm talking louder than the music, or you can hear me more than the music. The shelves seem pretty loaded today. Versus the last time we came to this one, so I'm hoping for good things. These are pretty quirky. I don't know if you can see it. They got like little. There's strawberry ones, but then there's these grape ones that got little faces on them. Those are just kind of weird and interesting. I don't know why I like those. Cute little. It says mother on there. Oh, we've got another one. A little tea set again. That's pretty cute. I might get that. I might get that. We'll see. Oh my gosh, that plate I saw is still here. And oh, what do we have here? Another baby one. This is a newer one, but it's one of those baby planters. Classic. Is this another little tea set, or is this part of the same one? Yeah, it said, oh, somebody must have donated a bunch of little like tea sets and everything. The bear one's cute too, but I kind of like the pink one a little bit better, so I'll leave that for somebody else. There was actually some stuff in Showcase, some little like dog figurines that looked kind of cool that I kind of want to look at. She looks so mad. Last time we were here also we found some cool things, like we found that John Wayne bookshelf. What are those little guys? They look a little angry. Are they salt and pepper shakers? Yeah, they are. It's a little angry. Why are they angry? That's what I want to know. I didn't grab one of the baskets with a... Ooh, this is cool. With a... Oh my gosh, someone donated their raccoon collection. Oh my goodness gracious. Lots of raccoons we've got here. Then there's also this... I don't know if this was originally a lamp or someone made it into a lamp. But that's kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't use it as a lamp. I'd like to take the lamp out of it. But I don't really, that's not really my wheelhouse, to be honest. Let's take a look at these raccoon buddies over here. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, these are all in Nesco. I actually like the one where they're kind of dancing around over here. That's kind of cute. It's a little music box. $5.50. That's not bad. It's a lot better than the prices I saw earlier in some other places that I will discuss later. There's some cute little things here. Not too bad. Got some like mermaid stuff down here. I might have to come back around again because there's a lot visually going on. Just want to make sure I'm not missing anything. This looks like Brazil. Yeah, I think it is. Not in the best shape though. I thought this was kind of cute. I like little mushrooms and stuff like that. And then I realized it opened. What? It's little mouses in there? That's kind of cute. That is kind of cute and touchy. I really should have grabbed a cart with a higher grab thing. Handle, that's what I meant to say. Is this This feels like metal, like little metal guys right here. Those are kind of cute. I also like this little guy right here. What does it say? I think it says made in US. Oh no, made in Malaysia. I kind of like him though. He's cute. What do we got up here? Yeah, I will probably have to come back around because there's a lot visually going on. This feels like it's broken. A price import Japan. A little bit newer of a thing. Got candles over here, but nothing too crazy over in candles. Got the metal section. Is this an umbrella earring tree? Or is it just like a metal umbrella for something? That's kind of fascinating. I thought this was a lunchbox. Then I realized it was a game. Sushi Go Party. Pick and pass card game. See, I would get more card games if I had more people over for playing games, but I don't. Okay, we're gonna go over to the other side. We've got little containers for trinkets. That makes me think of that meme on Instagram where it's like, I need boxes for my trinkets, and then the voice changes. You know what I'm talking about? If not, you can just listen to me ramble like a crazy woman. Oh, what is this over here? What? Why is it stapled? Why is it stapled to this? I don't think it's a part of this. Is it? These look like older pieces of pottery. There's a toilet and a bathtub, but it's stapled to this, which I would not buy. And then what do we have over here? Oh, that's heavy. Holy moly. Oh god, no, again, history of golf. Well, that is very well made, but it is, holy crap, that's heavy. Holy guacamole. What's this over here? That's kind of cute. Oh. I wouldn't pay $15 for it, but that's a cute little decoration. Oh, this is one of those. I like how it was originally priced at $1, and then they have it at $3.50. But anyway, it's one of those like those nail art type of things. That's actually kind of cute. I might get that. Who knows? I'm kind of glad I stopped over here. That's actually really pretty. I'm glad I stopped over here because I was kind of like down in the dumps after visiting the last thrift store. I like that there's like little bars and stuff on it, and there's a lot of room on the front part over here. So yeah, we've got like the glass section and everything over here. We've got some mugs down here. Again, something else related to golf. 1992 giftware. So this is an older teacup, and oh, I'm seeing some older stuff, but actually, as you can tell, it's a little worse for wear. I don't think anybody's going to be buying that anytime soon. These, ooh la la. They've seen somewhere though. They've had seen some better days. They're not the worst, but you can tell like here they've been a little washed out, but not the worst in the world. And for $1.90, there's a couple of these glasses too. I don't know what brand they are. I feel like I've seen these glasses before, but there's like you wouldn't want to drink off of that because there's a chip right there. So as cool as those are, I think I will leave those behind. To top it off, I don't really need glasses necessarily. So this is Blue Delft, hand painted, made in Holland. I've heard like things about Blue Delft, like things like it could be a good brand. It's not like it's a little damaged. I think it's kind of cute. Might get that. This looks like, is this Louisville pottery? There's a signature on the bottom. Someone made this. I like this. It reminds me of Louisville pottery. It's really nicely made. I appreciate the work on that, whether it is Louisville pottery or not. So we're by the dishes right now, and these blue dishes in particular caught my eye. I was just curious to see what they were like. I was gonna say it's the blue with the white inside. Yeah, they seem a little bit older. I don't know what pattern they are and anything. If anybody knows, you can let me know in the comments. But that's really, I like that pattern. That's really pretty. Like the pink and turquoise, it's very 50s. This looks like it might have had some like paintings on it before, but they were washed off. I was taken by the look of this. Has like, looks like Chinese on the bottom, so I obviously can't read that. I don't know Chinese. So I want to look at the bags, but there's some people looking at the bags right now, so I will come over here in the meantime. But yeah, it's pretty, it's pretty packed and pretty messy over here. This is kind of one where you have to like, if you want any toys from here, it's kind of where you have to dig a little bit. Oh, I've seen one of these before. Oh wait, what is that? What is that? What is that? We found, oh my god, I actually found a Monster High doll. Not a Monster High doll that I particularly want. Of course, it's $7. But it is a Monster High doll. They are coming back. There is hope, everybody. Well, I mean, it's good to know that I found it, but I'm not. I have Claudine already. I'm not going to pay $7. This little girl's kind of cute, though. I kind of like her look and everything, so maybe I'll get her. But she doesn't seem to have a price, so they say here that they don't give things to you if they, oh my god. They don't give things to you if they don't have a price. And I guess I'll bring it with me just in case. Let's see. There's this Lady and the Tramp one. How old is this one? I don't think it's that old. Disney. It's not particularly like old Lady and the Tramp doll, but that's still cute. I do like Lady and the Tramp. It's a very cute movie. I feel like Lady and the Tramp is one of those like simple movies that's just a little like, you know, underrated. I just like the simplistic love story of it. Have a little Care Bear. I feel like Care Bears might be coming back in style. I don't know. I've been seeing them a lot around lately. And we can look at the bags for a little bit because I kind of shimmied my way in here. Like I said, so there's a lot, so you clearly restocked, but we'll have to see if there's a lot for us particularly. There's some little toys and things in here. Not anything that I'm seeing that I like though. Y'all know I'm a sucker for tchotchkes, but it's gotta be the right tchotchke. No, nothing that I see that I like in there. This is really heavy, but it looks like one of those like beaded ornaments type of thing. All right, let's go take a look back around at the home goods. We're by the wall decor stuff right now, and then we're just gonna take a look and see what's here. But I don't really see anything off the bat. Those are kind of pretty, but I'm not like in love with them or anything. I saw this frame. Oh no, it's the same thing as what's on the other side. I try to look for things that are nicely framed too, because sometimes there's some nice stuff inside, but it all depends on who, like, is it really my style? And sometimes you find stuff that is, and sometimes you find stuff that isn't, you know? Is this a diamond art? Yeah, it is. It's interesting someone adhered it to a canvas. I've never seen that before. It's usually like they're dry mounted or something. Nothing too fascinating in here. We could take a look at the little frames. Nothing really off the bat in there. Yeah, no, I don't really think there's anything in frames or anything, so we'll go over by the home goods again. So I actually, because because there wasn't a tall thing, so I took a scarf and tied it around it. So it's working. Yeah, so we're back in the brick and brack, this select goods over here. Does this go with the... I'm feeling this goes with those fruit things that we found earlier. I'll just put them together just in case, because they feel like they're made of the same material and everything. They're cute. Oh, I remember those flowers with the bendable stems. I'm not seeing anything off the bat really that I didn't see before. Okay, we'll look at the wood stuff one more time. I feel like the wood section is kind of a good place to browse too, because sometimes you can find stuff to like paint and do projects with. These bowls are kind of pretty. Spring Carter hand painted collection. Dishwasher safe. They're pretty. Looks like Nikki made this. Very interesting. Yeah, not really seeing anything too much here off the bat. I think we'll probably cut it off here for now. I'll probably look around one more time, and then I'll see you all when I get back home. Hey everyone, so I am back home from shopping, from thrift store shopping, and I wanted to talk about my experience specifically with shopping at the Salvation Army that I was going to today. This Salvation Army in particular was located downtown, so it was a bit of a longer ride than I would take. There was a couple buses I had to take, which was fine, whatever, I was willing to do that. I was really excited to go there because I remember the store being a lot bigger, so I'm thinking there's more potential to see more things there and everything like that. So I get there, and you have to check your bags in at the door, which is not a big deal. Like, you know, as long as they're kept somewhere. They were kind of kept in the open, to be honest. Like, I mean, there was someone over there watching them, but, you know, someone could easily just walk by and kind of snag some stuff. But you have to check in your bags, which, you know, I don't have a problem with. So I had my backpack, so I checked that in. And I said, well, can I take my camera with me? And the lady says, well, you can, but you're not allowed to take pictures in here. And to me, that kind of like raises a red flag for me, to be honest, because I understand you don't want like people recorded and things like that. And that's generally what I don't do. Like, I don't record people or anything like that. If anything, you like hear people talking, but that's really about it. So if I'm not like really filming people or anything like that, I don't really see what the issue is. It's kind of like telling people that like walking in a forest, like, oh, you can't take pictures. You know, like that's kind of what I compare it to. Like, that's saying you can take nothing but pictures, leave nothing but footprints kind of thing. You know, so as long as I'm not recording people, I didn't really think that was an issue. But I'm not particularly a controversial person. Not controversial, but confrontational, I should say. So I wasn't really going to argue with her. I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I was like, I would prefer to take my camera with me. You know, I won't take pictures, whatever. That's fine. And so I take my camera with me. I leave my bag there, and I'm walking around, and like, it is a big thrift store, like I remember. But then there's everything was just ridiculously overpriced. It was insane. Everything. Things are priced at like 30. Like, you had things at like home decor, like things that you would buy at like big box retail store. It's not like personal artwork or anything like that, like handcrafted things like that. 40 some $50, like a retail price. And then you also had like figurines, for example, like $30-40, and not like really particularly remarkable figurines. Like, some of them were older, you know, so that's just because it's old doesn't necessarily mean it's valuable, right? There's a lot of things that are old that aren't valuable if you've ever like specifically sourced vintage things. But yeah, like even just like newer figurines that probably didn't even sell for that much, for selling for like $20, $30. It was kind of crazy. And to me, it just really put a bad taste in my mouth. And I didn't really want to buy anything. like there was these Libby glasses that were like $3 a pop, which is still on the higher side for glasses, like thrift store prices, generally speaking. But there were 7 cups, $15. I was like, they're Libby. They were like those faded color glasses. I was thinking of getting those, but I just honestly really didn't want to buy anything from there because it was just so ridiculously overpriced to me. And I thrift for multiple reasons, and one of the reasons I thrift is because I want to buy things cheaply. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, and that's why a lot of people thrift too. There's other reasons why I thrift, but like that's one of the reasons is that I like to find cheap things. And I'm willing to pay like a little bit more. There's a fine line between charging something so that you can make a reasonable profit and then just overcharging. And this Salvation Army in particular, I feel was like overcharging on things. Like I think I even saw a Yadro figurine, and I know Yadro sells for a good amount of money, but it was priced at $145. Which maybe is what it sells for retail. I didn't look up that specific figurine. I don't know, but I know Yadro generally sells for good money. But I just looked up something even for an example. So I'm going to put the picture on the screen. Hopefully I can get on the side right here, this plate. And it was from the 90s, and it's an acquired taste. Let's just say that. It's not my style, not particularly, but they had like $13 on it. And so I looked up like, okay, what does this plate usually sell for online? I looked it up. This plate came in a set, but it was priced individually at $13. I looked up the plate. The plate was listed between $10 to $20 on eBay. That's just listed. Now, if anybody has resold before, or you can even just check these prices, even if you're just trying to see if you're paying a fair price for something. Like it's not even just for reseller purposes, but I know about it for reseller purposes. You never go based on the active listings. You want to look at like sold comps to see, reasonable what the market is asking for. Because even if something seems cool to you and you think, oh, I can get this much money for it, the market may not demand that right now. I looked up the sold comp. There were no recent sold comps, like none, like for this specific plate at the time that I looked it up. So to me, asking $13 as an example right there is just ridiculous to me. I didn't really understand that. So and again, this is nothing personal with like the employees there or like anything like that. I'm sure they're just doing their job, and they were actually very nice. It's not like a customer complaint in terms of like how I was treated or anything like that. The store was relatively clean, but everything was just ridiculously overpriced. That really bothers me, and I know that I'm not the only one as a thrifter that's experienced this. I know a lot of other thrifters have experienced this at other stores, whether it's Salvation Army, Goodwill, maybe even local stores or what have you. Oh, there's a squirrel looking at me right now. Anyway, so yeah, I'm a firm believer that the market will respond the way that it should respond. So I think people will eventually get, tired of these rising prices. And I know everything is rising in prices, like food is rising in prices. That's a whole other discussion. But that's one of the things about thrifting that what makes it fun. It's like you find something, and one of the elements that does make it fun is having it reasonably priced. And especially since a lot of it is donations. I know some thrift stores do buyouts and things like that, but a lot of it is donations. So there's essentially no like cost of materials involved and everything like that. So it does bother me when I see thrift stores try to price gouge like that. And it is price gouging. That's how I see it. And I know they have employees to pay and things like that. And obviously they need to be paid their fair share and everything. Yeah, no, I think some of it is a little overboard. And just to see everything, like almost like 9 times out of 10, everything I grabbed was just overpriced. Like not even fair, not even a fair amount to pay for. Like, oh, okay, it's not the ideal amount I would pay for, but it's like, and I don't know, maybe the Salvation Army barters and things like that. I don't know if they do that. I've heard some people say they can go into thrift stores and they do that. I generally don't. But yeah, no, it was just super disheartening. Needless to say, I won't be going there, at least not anytime soon. Yeah, I wasn't pleased with the experience. I ended up going to the Roscoe Village, like you just saw, and even though I'm probably not going to do a thrift or pass video because I passed on everything. I didn't really get anything there. So don't expect an episode of that for this thrift vlog. Yeah, it was just, at least everything at the Roscoe Village was kind of like decently priced and reasonably priced. Like there were some things there that were actually pretty cheap. Maybe even could have been priced higher. I don't know. Yeah, that was just my experience overall today with that. And let me know in the comments below if you've thrifted and had a similar experience. I'm sure if you've been thrifting lately, you might have. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you again in the next vlog, and take care. Bye!